What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Roaring Kitty and some key matrix that is screaming bullish according to Murad. Murad made the statement before about some key matrix that you need to look out for in meme coins that is going to explode. And those are going to be the ones that you should be able to ape in and just contribute to the community. So before I dive too deeply into this video, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, consider subscribing. It costs you not a dime just to subscribe, and I definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about today's video. So as it currently stands right now, we have Bitcoin. It did take a little bit of a tumble. It was about to approach 109. The next thing you know, I went away, came back, and I was like, oh my God, it's at 106. So something must have happened. I haven't gotten a chance to take a look into the news to see what's going on. But it seems like it may want to rebound. But again, Bitcoin is going to do its thing. The overall market is going to just follow right along with Bitcoin as it do its thing. Ethereum, it was somewhere around like 2,600 before as well. So currently right now it's at 25. Shiba Inu, there is a seller, guys. There's a seller on the tape. I've been observing this for the past few days. So there's definitely a whale that's trying to sell their position on Shiba, and they're just constantly just selling. Once they get lifted off, yeah, we should see a nice bounce on Shiba Inu once that whale is lifted. And that's one of the things that I love about a CTO. Because keep in mind, Shiba Inu is a CTO. Once the sellers leave, they don't have any more tokens, then you're going to see this magic elevator ride of this, straight teleportation once there is no sellers. So, yeah. Now, onto the meat and potatoes of this video. So, this is from the official X account, and it says Roaring Kitty is seeing growth in key metrics. First metrics that, and again, this is according to Murad. Murad made the statement that you need to look for growth, like daily growth or weekly growth or monthly growth on a token, because those tokens that are constantly growing are getting new people in, meaning that the community in itself, they're doing their job efficiently, making their post be seen, and while their post is being seen, other people are starting to gravitate to it and joining. So one thing, like I mentioned, holder count increasing, because before, currently right now we're at 1,318 holders. 2 weeks ago, we're somewhere around like 1,210, 20 or something like that. And all of a sudden we just seen a nice spike close to 100 new holders. That is pretty good, especially for a smaller project. But the best thing about that is we had some whales leave, guys. We had some people sell off who had Roaring Kitty, who were not contributing to the project. Like some people get mad or get upset when they see like red on the chart, and when I dissect and take a look at the wallets that are selling, these are people that have not been involved in the project, so they were not contributing, they were not adding any value to Roaring Kitty, so they really does not matter. It don't matter, I see if this was like a strong community member who was active, right? Then at that point in time, it's like, yo, we truly just lost somebody of value. But from what I've been seeing, as far as like with the sales, like they don't own NFTs, they're not participating in raids. They just probably bought at the early beginning. Essentially they just piggybacked off of the community's hard work. They got lucky, they benefited from it. They're taking their profits to go lose it on another project, which is typically be the theme that we tend to see, because I actually track all of this. Like, believe it or not, like the people who be selling, I track your wallet. So I see when you guys be taking your L's, and you guys be taking massive amount of L's. But it is what it is. I mean, your money, you're entitled to what you want to do with it. I'm never upset if someone sells. I'm happy when I see someone who's not contributing, because it makes it even better once we start having that pump. These are going to be the one that's going to crawl back into the Telegram or wondering like, oh, what's happening to Roar, you know. And it's always like a sweet feeling, because kind of like when we had that last pump we've seen so many people try to flock back into Roar, like, hey, I seen the Roar, I'm still around. Like, yeah, right, buddy. but but yeah, holder count is increasing, and also too, to even add on to that, that creates a market, because again, the people who are buying in here, or probably in here or here, they're the one who sold up there, or even right here. They're pretty much rotating their token over, because now what's being established is a new defined floor. This is what we like to see: new defined floor, new buyers coming. So if all the new buyers are coming in onto this area right here, then now we're gonna have a floor of where Roaring Kitty is going to have like this jump from. And having a jump from here versus trying to jump from here, that is a big stretch, you know. Not saying it can't happen, but I'd rather see my jump happen here, because now if you measure like the jump from here to here, you know, it's not that well, it's great, but I would like to get the same percentage jump from here to here, but actually at a higher place. So hopefully that makes sense. Now the next part is X followers, guys. Now, what X followers, in my opinion, is measuring is whether or not are we doing our raids correctly, guys. So that means, since our whole followers are increasing, that just tells me that, people who are raiding, who are shilling, who are making posts about Roar, their posts are being visible by other people, which in turn causes them to go ahead and follow our X account. Currently right now it's at 2,213. So before we were stuck at 2,100 for the longest. Then all of a sudden, things just started picking up. Things like your work, your rage, your shield, they start to compound. They start to compound, and what people are starting to really see is these bogus behind tokens that are being launched. They probably only have, like, the life shelf of a few weeks to a few months, and after that it's boom, finito. Like, we've been around as a community over a year, guys. That is something, and it's been nonstop, like rating and shilling, and now we're starting to see that little bit of growth is starting to speed up a little bit. So this is when we actually put our feet on the gas with the raids, with the shield, and that way we're gonna turn around and we're gonna be like, oh my god, we're at 5K, oh my god, we're at 10K. Then all of a sudden now we're looking up, Roaring Kitty is above $100 million market cap, and it's on its way to over $1 billion market cap. Like, these are the stuff that's gonna happen real fast, real quick. And a lot of people are gonna wish they like listen to what I'm saying, guys. Because you see what SPX 6900 is doing. The only difference of Roaring Kitty and SPX 6900 is the amount of content that we put out. They put out more content because they have more people. Because they have more people, theirs is more visible, and it caused more people to come into their project, and it just becomes a whole domino effect. So we're still doing a great job. It does take time, but we are getting to the point where things are starting to speed up a little bit more. Now, Telegram, that's another big thing. Like, people who are coming into the Telegram, like, if you are a holder of Roaring Kitty and you're not into the Telegram, you're pretty much in the project blind, because this is where the discussions happen. This is where planning happen, the raids. This is where we really get active. And don't give me this BS like, oh, I don't know how to do Telegram. Like, we're in 2025 at this point in time, and you're telling me that you don't know how to do something. You could always uh YouTube it. You could come into the Telegram. Like, you don't know how to do something in 2025 should never be the excuse for anything, because you could practically learn anything. And even with the AI resources that we have, this is just you being lazy. Like, I don't know how to do it is a lazy response for your inability to make a, to act. So yeah, I'm just calling it how it is. But Telegram community is growing. We're at 1,212. So before we were stuck around like 1,100. So that's growing as well. More people are coming in, more people are asking questions, join the community. So everything just becomes this snowball, this domino effect, and it's gonna translate, guys, into the charts. Like, we're gonna see nice translation into the chart after a while. And again, it's after whoever wants to get out of Roar wants to get out. Once they finish selling, at that point in time, it is going to be only left with the people who truly believe in this project, who the people who are actually participating in the project. Because like I said, like if you're not connected to the project, you're gonna eventually sell, and you're gonna be the one that's gonna be watching on the sideline, missing out and wondering like, why am I so unlucky? The and the reason why you're so unlucky is because you're too lazy to act on, on a simple raid, make a post daily. Like it's just the little things. Then people wonder why they're not making X amount. They just think it's just gonna magically happen. But I digress. Last thing is a liquidity pool that's getting deeper. More liquidity pool means more buys is going to come into Roaring Kitty, causing the floor again to become even higher, because now these are buys that are being forced by the community. The community is taking action. The community is providing liquidity for, Shibarium, and now we also have Solana as well. So this is a very beautiful sight just to see. As you can see here with this Roar Canine Bone that has $14,000. You see this Roar Rat Bone that had $15,000, and there's another one that had $15,000. So roughly about like $45,000 worth of liquidity on Shibarium, which is awesome to see. Currently, right now, the one on Solana, it's only about what, close to $500 worth of liquidity. So it's nothing. It's only 2 days, so it's not that much. We're still working together as a community to being able to bring up the liquidity. But take a look at the price though. Solana seems like it is going to be able to offer us you know, a little bit more visibility, because there is a whole bunch of degens on Solana, and this token right here, even though they do not have a community, guys, they're constantly seeing high volume on a day-to-day basis. And when I mean they don't have a community, like nothing is really being done with that. And just because of the name Roaring Kitty, they're seeing, like even today, they're seeing $49,000 worth of volume just because they have the name Roaring Kitty. So once we start getting our liquidity involved, allowing people to be able to come in and buy, we should be able to cipher some of this volume away from them. And that way, yeah, as this continue to grow the price, then we're going to be able to, you know, people are going to arbitrage. They're going to come in, they're going to buy Roar on Ethereum, causing the price to go up, and selling at these higher prices here on Solana. Right now, if you try to do arbitrage on on the chain right now, you're gonna get wrecked, because again, there's virtually no liquidity in order for you to be able to make significant profit, or any profit at that. So just because I say it, don't mean you need to try it right now. And again, I'm reiterating that just in case if you guys get wrecked, you're just getting wrecked on your own. There's not enough liquidity for you to be able to make a profit on your arbitrage. Um, so the last thing when it comes to liquidity as well, because, and big shout out to Red Bull. Red Bull just donated $1,500 um, for liquidity. So right now, just being voted on where, where the liquidity is going to be added. Where is it going to be added on Shibarium, or is it going to be added on Solana? So currently, right now, I think Solana is winning. So if you're part of the community, go ahead and come out and vote of where you would like to see that liquidity um, to be added. As always, Roaring Kitty NFTs. These NFTs, 100% of the proceeds, they're going towards Shibarium LP. So this is another way for us to being able to control our destiny, in a sense. Like we're controlling where Roaring Kitty gets to go. And the easiest way to do this is with the NFTs. So even if you don't like NFTs, it's it's what is being represented by, because the funds that you're gonna be purchasing these NFTs for, they're going to be used to being able to buy Bone as well as buy Roaring Kitty. So again, this is like a dead horse that I'm gonna keep beating. If you're a part of the community, or even if you are a Bone holder, you love Bone, then minting an NFT is to the benefit of you, because now we're getting more Bone off of Ethereum added onto Shibarium. And if you're a Roar holder, were buying Roaring Kitty on the open market, so causing the price to go up. So all these JEETs that are selling were just essentially scooping up their token. So now the price floor of Roaring Kitty is going to be a lot higher. But since this video, guys, wow, it's already 15 minutes long. Secret word of the day, guys, is billions must roar. So I want to see in the comment section people put billions must roar, seeing all who watch this video all the way to the end. But that is all that I have for you today. Random Art signing off. Peace.